What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Conversation Lab, the unplayable podcast all about Star Wars Unlimited. We're back after a long absence. Everyone's in the same country at the same time, but Jim still didn't want to record with us, so
no,
it's just three.
Come on, Jim.
Just three.
He said, "I'm not hanging out with these losers."
Yeah,
No.
he doesn't like us anymore.
So, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I am great. I'm still feel like I'm a tiny bit jet lagged, and I came back with a cold, so that sucks. But everything else is good. It's almost Halloween. I love Halloween. It's my favorite time of the year, and it's finally not 100+ degrees here. So all good
That's
things.
the dream.
Things are looking up.
That's the dream right there.
I'm wearing a hoodie in my hot as hell office because it's nice outside. So
That's awesome. For those who don't know, I get to use my favorite phrase, but Mike was gallivanting around Europe for a couple weeks. And
we'll try and find some more slots in this episode where you can just slip that in, because
gallivanting is a great word, and if I can use that in an actual sentence, I'm going to use it. So,
I dig it.
Jay, how about you, man? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm heading to locals tonight to get some final, set 2 gaming in before the new set drops.
Nice.
Pre-releases next weekend. I am pumped. I'm ready to crack some set 3 cards, and I'm overall doing real good. We've been pumping out content on the channel too.
By we, you mean you.
Yeah, you mean Jay? Jay has been making so much content.
Jay's been carrying the torch.
Brody, aka Lau, all of us, Andrew, we've all been making content.
You guys have been crushing it.
It's so good. It's good. Well, you guys want to ask me how I'm doing today?
No, nobody
Not
cares.
really. Yeah.
No, you need to ask me.
How are you doing today?
Thanks for asking, guys. Today's my birthday, and you guys didn't even know it until this moment.
No, I didn't know it until literally just now.
I absolutely forgot about it.
Well, how am I supposed to know when your birthday is?
I don't know. I was thinking, I don't know when any of my friends' birthdays are, so I'm so guilty of this. But
I definitely remember this because my daughter's birthday is tomorrow.
That's right.
And I remember.
Right. Well, so Jay has no excuse.
I've been busy.
Well, happy birthday, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got my free drink from Starbucks today. My basic white girl pumpkin cream cold brew.
This,
it's
this set 3 pack will go to you for your birthday.
Oh,
there you go.
But that's why
it's no Gen Con birthday like mine was.
That's true.
It's not bad.
Yeah, we got to take you out for tacos. That's good. But I am extremely offended that Jim skipped this, and I'm gonna make him feel real bad about skipping. This is basically my birthday party right now.
Does Jim
I have no
not
other
know
plans.
it's your birthday either?
Yeah.
Jim has not texted me. He has not acknowledged my birthday today.
We're all terrible friends,
Wow.
guys. Thanks for putting us on blast, David. I really appreciate it.
I was like, I have to wait till we hit record. I have to wait. I'm gonna wait.
Zero redemption for any of us.
No.
Oh, it's so good. And then I don't even want to tell Jim anything. I just want him to watch the episode like in a couple
and
days,
then realize. Wish you a happy birthday.
He
Yeah,
never
okay.
he never acknowledged it. So
If anything, he's the one that should know because he lived near you for a period of time.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It should be embedded in his brain. I don't want to acknowledge the fact that I have no idea when his birthday is. I'm just going to acknowledge that he forgot mine. So.
Not important. Yeah.
Anyways, sorry to derail our episode, but
That's awesome.
But welcome to my birthday party episode. We're going to talk about whatever I want to talk about for the next hour. So
I dig it.
So here we go. Let's talk about Mr. Bones. Jay, thoughts?
It's fine.
All right. You missed that one, right? You were off that one?
I did.
Yeah.
I did not get to participate in our spoiler video, unfortunately. But no, I think he's cool. I like playing Double Red Kylo, so him and then some of these new cards are kind of cool for Double Red Kylo game plan. So
Heck yeah.
I've been messing around on one of the avenues where you can play cards, and I've been playing with the 2-cost one that gives it +4, and then it
Twice the pride.
deals 2 damage. Yeah, twice the pride.
Yeah.
That card's sick.
That does
I have a
seem
lot of fun with that
super
card.
fun. Yes.
Brain Invaders, play Brain Invaders on the turn Kylo comes out, and he's just auto 5.
That's awesome.
That's my play. That's my play every game.
That's pretty sweet. That's cool.
I said this on that episode, but I really do think I have to play I have to play Kylo this set because I really want to play
Because of Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones. Like, that's it.
Gotta do it.
It just makes
You
sense.
must.
So, all right. So this weekend is set 3 pre-release, which sounds crazy. Like, even just saying that, I'm like, I feel like it was yesterday,
real.
and we were getting ready for the release of the game, and now we're on set 3. Absolutely crazy. So, how are you guys just feeling about that? Like, ready for pre-release? Ready to start a whole new meta? All the things.
Yeah, I mean, we have all the cards now too, so it's like I feel like the game is afoot, as they say. Like, I feel like it's already the gears are grinding and getting ready.
What are the hot legendaries that people want to pull this set?
For sure. Now there are
know?
2 of them.
Wow, that card, I didn't even realize that card's legendary. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the world?
Ahsoka. I think Ahsoka's a little underrated one. Ahsoka. There's not like a ton of great ones. We have several polls going up on our YouTube channel this week that are already set up, and it's each one is which of the 4 legendaries in red, green, yellow, blue do you think is going to be like
That's
the
a good
best
idea.
one? So we'll find out what the people have to say about the legendaries in this set
General
by the end of the
Grievous.
week.
Yeah,
Grievous is pretty good.
Grievous will be hot. That's for sure.
Gore.
Grievous,
Although Gore,
Swords,
oh
Cad
wait,
Bane.
hold on. Let's acknowledge something. Okay, we got we got a preview of the store showdown.
We have news to talk about.
We got news. We got a preview of the store showdown promo cards for set 3, and we got Gore and Savage Press, which I mean,
Both look great.
Look sick.
Yeah, like what an improvement.
Compare them to the set 2 cards. Like, there's no comparison. It's like insane that they went from what they did in set 2 to what they did in set 3. Like, I don't get it.
And the
but I'm
Savage
glad
one is like a
good.
huge upgrade. It looks really good
it
compared to
looks
the original.
so good. It looks so sick. And he's like, they just got to go with cool or iconic characters, and they'll be set.
Yeah.
And they went back to legendary for Gore, which is also nice to see.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's real awesome.
Yeah. The other news that we haven't talked about yet is the World Championship / Galactic Championship. Is that what it's called?
We really haven't
that-
recorded in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. So that is happening in Las Vegas in the weekend before Gen Con.
Yeah.
So you will not find any of us at Gen Con because we will be in Las Vegas instead.
The good news for me is that I won't have my attention divided
Yeah,
between
true.
Star Wars Unlimited and
just general board
everything
games.
else that exists at Gen Con.
He says that now, but Jay's definitely going to be the guy in the corner who has a board game out in the middle of the championship.
He's going to be playing blackjack instead.
I'll be at the casino.
You forgot that it's Vegas. Like, there are plenty of other things to distract you.
Which, Mike, you're the only one of the 4 of us who's actually, like, been to Vegas. Like, I've driven through it. I've driven on the interstate next to it. I've seen it from afar, but I've never actually
Absolutely. I cannot comprehend that in my brain. I've been so many times, mostly as a kid, because at least in, like, the 90s and, like, the early 2000s, they had, like, every single hotel had, like, the sickest arcade you've ever seen in your life. It's like Dave and Buster's on steroids, but for kids. And it was just all, prize games where, like, you play, you get raffle tickets, you go tournament or whatever. And, like, the hotels would have massive arcades, like, that were themed around the hotel. So, like, you go to Treasure Island and it'd be like a pirate themed arcade, and it'd be super fun, it'd be super sweet. And, like, the kids would go to the arcade while the parents go gamble, or, like, my mom would go gamble when my dad was watching us, or vice versa. And so that's a big part of my childhood. But it's crazy that you guys haven't been. But I guess, like, if you're not close, then it doesn't make as much sense to travel there. So
Yeah, I mean, growing up in Colorado, we were close-ish, but it was still a significant drive. And to be honest, everything I know about Vegas, I learned through Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13.
you're going to be disappointed then, because Vegas kind of sucks.
But I'm literally like, I don't know. Like, I'll probably watch those movies in preparation for Galactic Championships, just to,
If we just chill in the hotel the whole time, it'll be really fun. But going outside will make you sad, and also it's going to be like 120 degrees out. So
yeah.
I don't
Ew.
plan on going outside.
Ew. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be real hot. Don't want to get locked on the roof during
yeah.
in July. That's for sure.
So yeah, we got Galactic Championship next summer. I already talked to my wife about it. She laughed at me and said, "All right, thanks for letting me know." Like, you know. So thank you FFG for allowing me to drop that in, 10 months before I need to actually go.
Yeah.
It's
I love
always
having that info now.
Mm-hmm.
Now what we don't know is how many slots are available for attendance.
I have to
don't.
believe that they
I feel
would
like it's
not
got to be
cap.
big because
They can't cap this.
Well, there's got to be some cap because they probably rented a space that has a cap.
No.
It might be really
no.
high, but there's got to be some cap. Well, it is Vegas. They might not have fire codes there. You never know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be enough. Based like just the general like feel in the air about how they're announcing it. It feels like
Yeah.
there's gonna be enough. I mean, realistically, how many? If you had to guess, how many would go if there was no cap? How many would you say would go?
Like right now?
Couple
I
thousand.
can't
Or
imagine
or
more than like
actually-
2,000 going.
Yeah, maybe a couple
2,000
thousand.
would be like the max.
Maybe
in my opinion.
I think somewhere between like 2,000 and 5,000 people.
Yeah, man, that's hard. I would still.
Because I mean, even Lorcana's first really big events only had like 2,000 people.
But it was capped, right, at that number. And
It
probably had
was
people
capped
that-
at like 500 originally, and then they uncapped it, and there was
okay.
like no cap or whatever.
Yeah.
Got it.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap, dude.
Right at the same time.
Jigs.
Boomers.
We're so cool.
Yeah, well, I think the strange thing I'm still adjusting my mindset to is like back in Destiny. I mean, we had set one worlds. Like, it was like Vader,
Yeah.
Jabba Dooku. Like it was just that was it. Like it was. So it's weird to think there will be.
The first Worlds is
first
going to be
Worlds
like
will be
5 or
five.
6 sets.
Yeah.
I mean,
5
theoretically,
sets.
be 5 sets if they stick to
I
their
think-
release schedule of March,
I think
July, November.
In the live stream that they did last week, this is secondhand information because I did not watch it myself, but I heard that they mentioned that set 5 will be out like a few weeks before Worlds,
Yeah.
which is pretty exciting to have like a brand new meta. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Well,
Right,
yeah.
for the
Well,
World
will it be
Championships.
legal? That I mean, sometimes
Oh,
they do
oh.
these. Sometimes the
I feel
top
like it will
levels
be.
they don't make it legal that quickly.
If it's more than like 4 weeks after a set release.
Wouldn't
I
it be
would
like
assume.
But it's
pretty
not gonna be 4
boring
weeks.
if
It's
the
gonna be
set-
like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'd be like 2-3 weeks probably, but like how I mean, like part of a company doing something like this at all is marketing.
Yeah,
and
sure.
like I feel like they're gonna want to show off
Include
the
it.
brand new set and include it. It's like how boring would it be if the World Championships is like happens and then nobody gets to play that deck anymore because like new cards shook
Okay.
up the meta.
Yeah.
Right. I agree
Immediately.
with that.
So
That's a good point.
yeah.
That's a good point. I mean, personally, I would like it to be the Wild West of set 5 releases. You have
Yeah.
got 3 weeks to figure it out. If you're really
people are gonna be grinding hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler season for set 5 will be nuts because like every time something's
Yes.
released, it's like,
All right.
People
How
will
do
have
I
to
put
like
this
really
in a
pay
deck?
attention. Yeah.
which I love. I'm not gonna be sweating it out trying to win, but
Oh, yes, you are.
I'll enjoy.
We're taking off 3 weeks
toxic
before the Worlds, and we're just doing nothing but grinding.
That's so good.
Great.
If we
I can't
could
wait
get
to hate the game by the time we
if we could get sponsored
play.
by some big company to allow me to take the time off necessary to do that, sure, yeah, 3 weeks off sounds good. But yeah, that'd be super fun. I mean, that's crazy to think about 5 sets. I know they're thinking. They said this, and I remember Tyler even said it in a stream that they're thinking of like all kinds of crazy side event ideas and things that to do that aren't
Twin
just
Suns draft.
the big thing.
I mean, that might be what I do. Like, I don't know if I'm that well, I guess I don't know. Once we see prizes, maybe I'll change my mind. But like, at these big events, like to me, the most fun thing to do is just show up and play side events. Like when they used to have like Magic GPs, it's like I would go to the GP and play in like the tournament, and it was fine. But then once you're out of the tournament and you get to play like Two-Headed Giant with like your buddy, and it just becomes super fun. So I don't know. My mindset in general has shifted to just like what's the most fun thing to do and just like do that. So that's at least at the moment what I'm most looking forward to is the side events.
So the cool thing is, if we just go win a PQ between now and then, our first day there is not playing the World Championship.
Well, it's a good thing I skipped mine yesterday.
Just go real quick, win a PQ. Got it.
We have like 3 more sets though, right? Or 2 more sets.
Yeah,
we got time.
3.
Though we won't be able to play any set 5 PQs.
Set 5 one. Yeah. So 2 more.
but there will be like triple the amount, right, of PQs.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be one a little bit.
Well, if they have a PQ at Worlds that everybody that like didn't make it after day 1 can play in the PQ on day 2.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Didn't they mention
Flesh and Blood does that, where
if
they have a calling, and in day 1, if you don't convert to day 2, they start like something like a Battle Hardened or something like that on the set day 2 to be able to play in.
Yeah,
I think that's well, at least when we talked to Josh a long time ago. Or
that's what they're planning on doing.
It might have been in one of the interviews that he did early on. At least at that point in time, I don't know. Like they could have changed their everything, but yeah, I think it was mentioned that like the same location, same weekend, there'll be whatever the lower tier down regional qualifier or whatever. I don't know if that's what it is. I still don't know all of them. Sector, regional. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know which one's bigger.
Well, my submission for a weird event at Galactic Championships is my Jar Jar Binks Twin Sons format, where at every Twin Sons game, everybody starts with a Jar Jar Binks in the ground arena that's ready.
I love it.
And you just embrace the chaos of,
let's do it.
I dig it.
Everybody activates, damage is flying. It'd bring me a lot of joy. So that's how I plan on playing. But
how much health does Jar Jar have?
3. He said 2-3.
Okay, yeah, he's 2-3. Cool. So he can take more. He can take a couple hits from some other people.
Yeah. Man, but yeah, that's fun. It's crazy to think. Yeah, all this news dropping, and we got a set 3 coming, and
not only do you start with Jar Jar on the field, but you start with a shield on Jar Jar too.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Well, yeah, I'm excited to get into set 3. For those who are longtime fans of the channel, let's just say Christmas is coming, and there are some plans
let's go
forming. If you know what I mean. I don't know how many days it is until Christmas, but
more than 12.
It's more than 12. So I can't wait. I'm excited.
At the
moment. All right. So set 3. Well, do we want to get into set 3 or
before we talk about set 3? It is Halloween, right? And things that are dead things, graves. I think it's time to bury set 2.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah. I need a soundboard for these things so that we can like really get radio style. Let's bury set 2. How would you like to bury set 2? Would you do the final words?
The final word, the eulogy.
Yeah, would you eulogize set 2, please?
I don't know. I just figured we just talk about our feelings for set 2. I don't want to go first though.
Mike,
I'll
go ahead.
first. I'll go first. I liked set 2 right when it came out. I thought it was really cool. Added a ton to the game, ton more cards, new mechanics. I think some of them I enjoyed more than others, but overall, like my current favorite leader in the game is Bosk, and that's been the case since we sort of first started talking about set 2, or at least first started playing set 2, and I sort of like landed on that. And it's still super fun to play, and I want to try him in set 3 stuff too. But I feel like I don't know if this was other circumstances outside of the game itself, but I feel like I fell off the sort of excitement train faster after set 2 release than set 1. And yes, like, set 1, first set, most exciting thing, probably most exciting time that this game will see, just because like, you go from 0 to 1, that's a lot more exciting than from 1 to 2. But I think overall it was a really cool set, add a lot of cool cards, and yeah, I like the theme of set 2, but I love this theme of set 3. Like,
totally,
so many iconic characters that I really care about in set 3. So I feel like I'm way more excited about set 3 than I was for set 2 even.
Yeah,
I may have I I feel like a minority take based on what I hear from the internet, but I actually like the theme of set 2 more than set 3 because I was just always one of those, like, give me bounty hunters everywhere, like bounty hunters and underworld stuff. Like, those were the books I was drawn to as a kid. Those were always the characters I wanted to follow. So yeah, Bosk. Even got Hero Boba, which is a little different, but units like Dengar and 4LOM and Zuckuss and these kind of characters that it's like the deck on in Empire Strikes Back where they all show up. By the way, this is podcast worthy, but my son and I watched Empire Strikes Back together for the first time ever a couple weeks ago, and
nice.
Like it just I have been waiting
awesome.
for that moment for a long time, and he loved it.
That.
Like he was,
that's awesome.
He wanted to watch the next one immediately. Like he he has to ask a lot of questions. I mean, he's 6, but but it was so fun watching the iconic like father-son moment in Empire Strikes Back with my son. It was like,
did he know ahead of time that Darth Vader was Luke's dad?
I think he's watched enough of like the Lego cartoons of Star Wars that he
I feel like it's kind of hard to avoid. Now.
Yeah, it's like the most non-spoiler, non-secret spoiler out there. But so I don't know. He didn't react that strongly, but he was more concerned that Luke lost a hand. He was like, "What's he gonna do?" Like he was just like, "Oh my gosh." So, anyways. I forgot. Oh yeah, so just the theme, bounty hunters. I liked it.
Did you like the mechanics? Did you like smuggle?
So
you think smuggle?
I do like smuggle. I think that adds
smuggle works better in person than I thought it would.
Yeah,
sure.
Because I thought it could be really clunky, and sometimes it is. Let's be honest. Like especially when you get tech out there, and you're like your whole resources are possible at the end game. Like it can be a little overwhelming, but I think once you do it a few times, it gets a little simpler. So I think Smuggle's cool. I mean, I loved playing Hondo and Limited and getting a little extra benefit from Smuggle. Like I drafted set 2 so much. I loved drafting set 2, maybe more than set 1. I don't know. They're pretty equal to me, I guess, in Limited as I think about it. But Capture, I don't think Capture.
Yeah, it didn't really make much of a splash.
Yeah, outside of Limited, sort of like when you got the take captives and the discerning veterans popping down, like those felt pretty strong. Relentless Pursuit with Cad Bane was a thing for sure, but it did. I don't think it made that much of a dent in Premiere.
Yeah, I think Capture is it's more of a tempo oriented design, and I think if you're playing control or aggro, you're just not putting Capture in your deck, so it was kind of siloed to just mid-rangey tempo decks, which, I mean, Boba kind of is, but there's not a ton of those. And then it's like, yeah, I don't know. It feels like it was also, like, the value of Capture is kind of in that, like, 0.5 range of costs. So it's really weird to balance, in my opinion. But
that's fair.
I think it was I thought it was an interesting mechanic.
It's coming back in set 3, so we'll see more of that, I assume, moving forward. Was there a third one? Was there a different mechanics?
So the other third mechanic was Bounty.
Right.
So Smuggle, Capture, and Bounty. And I think Bounty worked fine, honestly. Yeah. I think the balance of putting it on characters and making the character a little bit stronger for their cost curve was a cool concept.
Yeah, really interesting.
I'm not sure how much we'll see the actual bounty cards be played. Like the big one was Price on Your Head, and then like the damage to base one was not bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say Top Target was the big one.
You think that was played more than Price on Your Head?
100%. Or the Bosk Blue dominated a lot of tournaments and was topping a lot, and that deck lived on doubling top up target. The top target. When I casted the Baltimore Maryland PQ with Loopy a couple weeks ago, I mean I watched that happen over and over and over. Decks that were in it, and then all of a sudden they get a top target off for 12, and it's just like, okay, might as well scoop.
Were there any other decks playing it? Just Boss Blue?
No, I think there are other decks playing.
Does Ray play it, or
does what?
Does Ray play it?
Does anybody play Ray?
No, I mean, Ray
I think
Tarkenton's been
Ray-
topping a bunch
that's
of
been
PQs
big.
recently, and one or one.
And double blue Ray is played a
Super
lot.
not up on the competitive meta at the moment. So
Yeah. No, Ray's actually
think-
showing back up.
Bobby Sapphire played double blue Ray at a PQ recently.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty popular.
I
pick.
think top target will always be an interesting at least a sideboard option if when aggro is dominating.
it's a lot of healing for its
Yeah.
cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I think Bounty definitely made an interesting. I mean, Bosk itself just. Yeah. I mean, I think Bosk overperformed. Even Tyler had tweeted something about Bosk being, a good limited leader, and people piped back at him and said, "Oh, you're going to be surprised," and they probably are.
Yeah, I mean, when you print a card that ramps you or heals you for 6, and then you can double it, like, how do you think that guy's not going to be playable? I don't know.
Yep.
That's why he's my favorite.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not sour on set 2 overall. I think
No, I don't think anybody really is.
I think it's actually pretty impressive.
It was a good set.
That it's
I'm just more excited for set 3.
Yes.
I think that was a pretty good set 2 recap.
Okay. Should we move on to spoilers?
Talk about some set 3.
Yeah, and this pack is burning a hole in my desk, so we're gonna have to open this pretty soon here. Otherwise, I'm gonna jump through that.
All right, we made a decision. We've been doing some spoiler recaps, and then we got the flood of the last cards. We're not going to go through every single one. We're not going to make a whole video for all of the ones we missed. We're just going to each choose a couple, and we're going to talk about it real quickly that stuck out to us, that were interesting, and we'll just talk about them briefly. So, does anyone have one ready to go? If not, I've got one.
You started up.
All right, let's talk about Cad Bane. Legendary.
It's a good one.
Yeah, let's
It's a
talk
good
about
one.
it.
Legendary. 7 cost, yellow villain. He's at 7/7. Underworld bounty. Some sick art. When played, this unit captures up to 3 enemy non-leader units with a total of 8 or less remaining HP. And then on attack, the defending player may rescue a card they own guarded by this unit. If they do, draw 2 cards. Wow.
Good card.
You guys think he's good?
I think he's good.
Am I crazy? Like,
Nah.
why?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, you are crazy. You've been in Europe.
Okay, lay it out for me. What's like the common scenario where you'd want to play this?
I mean, just the fact that you could pay 7 and potentially deal with up to 3 units for the turn. Like against an aggro deck, if you get to Cad Bane turn and you can remove 3 of their people that are trying to attack your base, I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but you're probably dead before then, right?
Nah, if you're
Like,
ramping.
if you're getting to 7 resources, you're probably winning anyway. And then also, like, you can't deal with leaders, unfortunately.
No, you cannot deal with leaders because you can't capture leaders. But,
Yeah.
I mean, 7 costs... When you play something that costs 7, you want to be able to have it on play. Like, even if this just gets one person that has 8 or less health, like, it's almost like you're removing them.
And if you can play this as your first action, so you capture
they'll
a ready
exhaust.
unit, then even if they get it back, they're getting exhausted. So you're taking away like 2 or 3 activations.
Yeah.
And you're getting 2 cards when they do that too.
If they want to take it back, you're getting cards back.
Well, yeah. If they want to take it back with his on attack, not if they just kill him.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you do play him and they just kill him, they get all their dudes back, and you just spent 7.
True. Although, speaking of capture, we just talked about this. But isn't there a card in set 2 where it's like discard a
altering the deal.
card you've captured or something like that?
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
altering the deal. Is that 1 cost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 cost villain card.
It is a trick. So you could play this.
Yeah.
So you could play Jabba.
Oh, you can play for free with Java.
Fish this out. So then you could play Cad Bane on 7
That's
and
pretty funny.
then immediately play altering the deal.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
entertaining
if
enough
that's
to keep
good,
my attention. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to win the Galactic Championships. I'm trying to do the
I think it's
weirdest
Twin
combos
Suns
I
is
can
going to
think
be
of.
super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think he's good. I think Premier, he's good.
How does it work? Okay, hang on. On attack, the defending player may rescue a card they own. Okay, never mind. The card reading the card explains the card.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
But in Twin Suns, you can steal one player's cards and attack the other player, and then they don't have the opportunity to steal them back
Nice.
or to buy them back. I love the flavor
That's
of the
fair.
card, for sure.
All
Who's
right,
up
who's
next?
You go next, Mike.
Me? Okay. Well, you talked about you talked about a yellow villain card. I want to talk about another yellow villain card actually that we didn't talk about, which is this was kind of weird. Like I feel like it's good, but I don't know if everybody's going to agree. This is Infiltrating Demolisher. It's a 4-cost yellow villain ground unit. It's a 4/5 separatist droid with exploit 1 and saboteur. So it just seems really efficient on the stats if you can like make use of its exploit ability. And if you play this with Dooku, the leader, you can play this turn 1 if you also draw droid deployment. And that alone seems nuts. Like you just get to start the game with a 4/5 saboteur. Like what does your opponent do? Like you either get to kill whatever they play for like 2 turns, or you just get to hit them in the face for 4, like multiple times until they are forced to deal with this. Like, I mean, maybe that's a little high rolly, but even like if you just exploit one thing and play it for 2, it's like a 4/5. It just seems like a really cool like curve filler / like, you know, has that high roll potential. And worst case scenario, it's just a 4-cost 4/5 saboteur, which is like not that bad. So I think this card's really cool. It's maybe not the most exciting card ever, but I don't know. I keep thinking about that like turn 1 play potential, and it's super fun. Also, if they ever release like a 0-cost card, you could play turn 1 as well, because you can play the 0-cost card and then exploit it and then only pay 2 for it. So like down the road, if they ever print a card that doesn't cost anything, like a unit that costs 0, now you have that and droid deployment in your deck that could allow you to play this on turn 1. And then, you know, you up the consistency a little bit there, at least with Dooku. But I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's a good card too.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to say if you get droid deployment in your opening hand so many times in the set.
The card seems like
start.
such an enabler.
Yeah.
All right, my pick is gonna be slightly boring compared, but it's one that I'm interested in seeing what happens. So this is gonna be the Disaffected Senator. It's a 1-cost separatist official that's 0/4, but gives you the action to tap, pay 2, deal 2 damage to a base. It's not flashy, don't get me wrong, and it might not be good. I haven't decided yet. I'll have to play with it and see what happens. But I'm seeing a villain deck that's running, you know, Emperor's Royals Guards and other Sentinels and like a Maul deck or something, that you're attacking your opponent's units with Overwhelm and getting chip damage in while also controlling the board. But then you also have this dude out and you could pay 2 just to like get extra damage on their base every turn and just kind of try to like attrition them out. I don't know if it's gonna be a good card, but something like that sounds really fun to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun play style for sure. And it's like your opponent doesn't really like want to attack into a unit like this,
Right?
waste an attack, or feel like they're wasting an attack. That's pretty interesting. I can maybe imagine some kind of like control deck where you're just like not
You get
allowing
3
your
of
opponent
these
to
on
do
the
anything.
board.
Yeah, and you get these on and you just start like machine gunning them with these. That could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That would be the plan. Just get like 3 of these on board with some Emperor's Royal Guards or something, and just like every turn pay 6, deal 6.
That's cool. I like it.
Okay, my last card is Impropriety Among Thieves.
Here we
It's
go.
the 4-cost double yellow. It's a trick. So Job can fish this out too, but this is some chaotic nonsense that I love. Choose a ready non-leader unit controlled by each player. Immediately, I'm thinking, all right, Twin Suns, here we go. Right, each player. If you do, each player takes control of the chosen unit controlled by the player to their right. At the start of the regroup phase, each player takes control of each unit they own that was chosen for this ability.
What wording?
Yes. I think it makes sense. You choose your unit, you choose theirs.
It makes sense. It's just it doesn't really roll off the tongue.
No, it does not.
It doesn't say you choose all of the units.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you choose them all, and then they just like carousel.
Yeah.
That's
Like in a 4-person
which is
Twin
pretty
Suns
cool.
game. Oh my gosh, this is I am just happy.
That's what you live for.
I am happy. Like more chaos, more whatever. Because you could strike so many deals with other people. Like, okay, which unit do you want? Like, all right, I'll give you that unit if you your next action, if you take out that Sentinel with their unit, and like you could just, I love it. But also, if in a non-Twin Sun setting, like there is at least some like some playability, I think, in Premiere where you could be stealing some pretty important stuff.
Okay, so here's a question: when does Crate Dragon trigger? Like, if you were to grab a Crate Dragon from somebody, like, would you not take 4 damage?
You would take 4.
You still take the 4?
Yeah. Crate Dragon, it would happen after it's stolen. So they could choose, the guy you stole Crate Dragon from could choose to do the 4 damage to the Crate Dragon you just stole if it was damaged and they just wanted to kill it before you could do something crazy or whatever.
Sweet.
Okay, cool card. What you got, Mike?
All right. I don't want to pick another yellow card, so I'm going to pick this card
we've
instead.
got 3 yellows already.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So I'm going to pick Caught in the Crossfire. This card costs 6. It's a red event. Choose 2 enemy units in the same arena. Each of those units deals damage equal to its power to the other. So you choose your opponent's 2 most powerful ground units, their leader and whatever else they have, and you kill them both with 1 card. Like, that seems really strong. So I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty gross. Like, in a control-y red deck. Like, I really want a control-y hero red deck to actually exist, like a Mace Windu deck or something.
Yeah.
Wow, how many minutes do we make it before you mentioned Mace Windu? Wow.
I know. And this would be a card that I would throw in that deck if it was viable. I'm skeptical, but yeah, I think this is a great card.
Yeah, that seems sweet. I'm worried that it could end up in the same box as like Bombing Run, that it looks good on paper, but in practice
it just doesn't line up often enough.
It's like I think you really, for when you're paying 6, like you really want 2 units to be gone, and if they can't, if that's not possible, then I think it could feel bad.
Yeah, then it feels bad. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the big problem is that you like. Never mind. I'm not gonna make the joke. All right, my turn. Well, that was what I was gonna pick. Was Caught in the Crossfire.
I need the joke now, Jay.
No, I was well, like, so Bombing Run is 5 cost, steal 3 to everything, and the problem in this game is you can't sing it for free, and that's why I saw it.
Okay.
There it is. There it is. We got it
I mean,
there.
it's been long enough.
It's been a long time since we had
a Lorcana joke.
Lorcana crossover.
I think it's allowed again.
I feel like a lot of the cards were red that were spoiled here at the end, or not red, yellow that were spoiled here at the end. So it's hard not to pick a yellow card because that's like 40% of the cards that are here. So you stole mine. I'm gonna just pick a yellow card anyway because why not? So let's go with Breaking In. Playing this in a Asajj Ventress deck.
Yeah.
And you just go face for however much damage that is. Right?
6.
That's good.
Yeah.
6 damage.
If you play it on Ventress.
Or yeah, so like
wait,
for those who don't know,
I'm looking
Ventress, it's called Breaking In.
Yeah.
Ventress's ability is
oh, there it is. I see it. Yeah.
On attack, if you play an event in this phase, this unit gets +1 for this attack and deals combat damage before the defender. And then Breaking In is a 2-cost tactic in yellow. Attack with the unit, it gets +2 and gains Saboteur for this attack. So when you play the Breaking In, it procs Ventress's ability, and then you attack with her to do the +1. So it'd be a total +3.
And if you're attacking a unit, you get to kill the unit if you have 6 health or less. Yeah.
So if it's something that has a shield, you get to remove the shield and deal the damage to kill it, like that's just cool. Right off the bat. Or it doesn't even say you have to be attacking a unit. So you could get Saboteur, you could just go face through a Sentinel or something for +3.
I dig it.
Yeah, that's good.
I almost picked that one.
but
because it was a really sick
too many yellows.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other one that I was thinking of picking was Slymore, because I just think she's really interesting, but that's all right. Do we want to talk about Execute Order 66 at all? Because I feel like that's like a pretty iconic one that a lot of people have talked about in general. It's a 4-cost event. Deal 6 damage to each Jedi unit. For each unit defeated this way, its controller creates a clone trooper token.
I mean, it's pretty interesting. I'm trying to. Oh, there it is.
I've mixed feelings about this card. It's a card that like needed to exist because of the set theme, but
It's super silver bullety, right?
yeah, it's a little silver bullety, and it also thematically doesn't really make sense. Like,
Yeah,
why
why
are
are
you
they creating
giving
a
your
clone?
opponent that had the Jedi a clone? Like,
Right.
you should make a clone and like deal damage to the Jedi equal to the number of clones you have, or something like that. Like, if they wanted something super thematic, I feel like they could have gone in a way more thematic and like not that playable direction. And if they wanted a like hard counter to Jedi, I feel like they could have done that a little bit differently as well.
Yeah.
So
See that?
this one's a weird one to me.
It's also 6 damage. It's like, why 6? Because
Yeah.
it's Order
What
66.
are all the Jedi? Oh, yeah, it must
Yeah.
be.
Of course it is.
But like, does it kill any Jedi that exists? Probably not,
Yeah,
right? There's gotta be Jedi
I mean, the
with
ones
more
that are
than
coming
6
out.
health.
Like I was
Yeah,
just
Varys Offee is the one
Well,
definitely kills her.
Plo Koon's at
Well,
3/6.
ironically, she doesn't die in Order 66.
Yeah, I mean, like, are there any Jedi? I mean, Luke's probably the only.
Well, okay, it doesn't kill most of the leaders that are Jedi. Doesn't kill Luminara. Doesn't kill Ki-Adi-Mundi. Doesn't kill Knight of the Republic.
Kit Fisto.
It kills Kit Fisto.
He's 6 health, right?
Yeah, he's 6 health.
Plo Koon
Kills
is
Plo
at
Koon,
3/6.
Shakti, Ayla Secura, Anakin.
Hu Yang, ironically. Is that your
that's
Jedi?
It doesn't kill Mace. It doesn't kill like Set One Luke.
Doesn't kill Anakin.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Not the leader, Anakin.
there is a
weird.
limit to
yeah, it's a weird one.
there because you don't want to be like, oh, just defeat every
Yoda.
Jedi. That because
No, it should be defeat every
It
Jedi.
kills
That's what Order
Ahsoka.
66 does. But it should be defeat all Jedi for
Well,
like.
I
10
would argue
resources or whatever,
it doesn't
like
kill every
7
Jedi.
resources.
Okay,
Well,
yeah, also true.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So
But
thematically,
all the
is-
Jedi that are above, well, I guess not all, but
It doesn't kill Quinlan Voss.
2 of the Jedi that are killed in Order
She's a
66
boss.
don't die to Order 66. I don't know. I feel like it could have been cooler.
It's a weird one. It's not one that I'm like hyped about or anything.
But you know what I am hyped about?
What?
let's.
I already opened this
There
pack,
we go.
So
Let's do
all
it.
right, so-
All right, pack one,
No,
pick
no,
one.
hold on.
Get ready for your pre-release this weekend.
All right.
everybody.
Yeah, for our audio
Yes.
listeners out there, Mike has a Twilight Republic booster pack from the content creator box that the FFG
yes,
Center.
thank
away.
you, FFG. And we're going to use these packs over the next however many episodes of the podcast we do during this set. And we can use all these boosters to do this pack one, pick one nonsense.
So how we do
And
this?
this is David's birthday pack. So if
Yeah,
there's
this-
anything good in here,
There we go. There we go. It's
going David's way.
It's going my way. You can
Showcase.
take everything else in that box, Mike, and just package it back up and just send it my way, and we'll call it even. Since you forgot my birthday. All right, so random. I got a random number generator. This is how we're going to choose our 3 leaders that we're going to assume that we chose in the first part of the draft, and then we're going to open a pack like it's a very first pack and do it. So our numbers are 3, 6, and 11. 3, 6, 11. Okay.
3, 6.
We've
and
got
11. Okay.
we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, Wat Tambor, and Anakin.
Okay.
So Obi-Wan, Wat Tambor,
That's a good spread.
and Anakin. It is. You got 3
We got
colors.
hero, we got
both.
villain.
Hero,
we
villain.
got 3 colors.
Yep.
So that's cool. All right.
Very nice.
Well, here we go. Our leader was a hyperspace Quinlan Voss.
Hey,
That's a dub.
So that was pretty cool.
It's a dub.
We got a red base. All right. You guys ready?
Ready.
All right. First card is whatever this is.
I can't see that. It's so fuzzy on my screen. You're going to
Yeah,
have to
it's
read
too
it.
blurry. Okay. Senatorial Corvette.
okay,
We've got wartime trade official.
okay,
Subjugating starfighter. Relentless rocket droid.
okay.
Merciless Contest, 41st Elite Corps. We've got Confederate Courier. Oh, we got droid deployment. We've got Favorable Delegate. Magna Guard Wing Leader. Hello there. Jesse. Our rare is a fine edition. Trash rare. And our last card, our foil, is 501st Liberator.
Okay. All right.
So, You guys remember all those?
I'm feeling good about Jesse.
Okay, we got
Oh, that
Jesse.
pick.
I'll put Jesse in like the maybe pile. Is there any world where we take this? Probably not, right?
No,
This doesn't
find it
seem like
now.
a draft card to me.
Yeah,
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
that's a good
Bye-bye.
way to pitch.
I
I
Let me
think
see some of the other ones that we're like probably not going with. The rest of the pack is actually kind of cool and kind of good
Not
for our
bad.
colors.
I
We've got 2 blue hero cards that could go with Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Yeah.
got the Jesse that could go with Anakin or Obi-Wan. We've got Relentless Rocket Droid that could go with any of them because it's neutral.
that's true.
I feel like there's some good ones here.
Droid deployment's good.
Yeah, Droid
but
Deployment's good. Wartime Trade Official's good if we're going to go like Exploit. We got Hello there, some removal. What do you guys think? Are there any bombs in here? No?
No, I mean,
Unless this is.
Can you read it? I can't read it on the
Saboteur.
screen.
Or-
Yeah, it's a 5-cost 5/4 Saboteur. When defeated, each opponent discards a card from their hand. That seems pretty good.
Yeah,
draft.
yeah, especially in space too. Okay, so
Yeah.
my initial thoughts, just thinking about our leaders, right, is leaders that come out earlier are just going to be stronger in general. So Anakin and Obi both coming out at 6. Wat Tambor coming out at 5 is interesting. So then I look at droid deployment and I'm like,
right.
that seems to synergize pretty quickly.
But if you're doing that, you're locking in to
The villain.
Like, I mean, I guess you're not locking in. You're just taking a good card, but
Yeah.
you want to take a villain card when 2 of the heroes that you have options for are 2 of your leaders are heroes.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
It's also like a lot of good villain cards in here, and not as many good hero cards. Like there's 4 good hero cards and like 6 good villain cards. So like, you know, you're
Higher
more
chance
likely
of
to.
one of those rounding.
Yeah. Well, like it's more likely that somebody next to you is going to take one of like the good villain cards because I think they're better on average than the hero cards.
Okay, that's an interesting draft strategy that I have not considered. Like leaving them some tasty options so that you know.
Yeah, you can like sort of like guide them into what you want them to try to play. You know?
At least on the hero villains. I mean, that's definitely.
Jesse scares me a little bit in draft because
I agree with that.
there's a lot of exploit just around in general. Giving them 2 droids is a little spooky.
Yeah,
And I feel like you're less able to be aggressive in draft than in constructed.
when you said you love Jesse as an early pick, I'm like, I actually don't think I like Jesse.
I'm feeling real good about Jesse. That's an easy pick for me right there, Coach.
Why? But why? Like,
Easy
It's like,
pick.
it is a lot of damage.
what's your strategy? What are you hoping to do then? Are you?
I'm
hoping
going
to go
Anakin 100%.
Okay.
I'm hard forcing
He's
Anakin.
locked in.
I already picked my whole deck.
It actually works out because the unit that they get to exploit in with the droids that you give them from Jesse is just going to hit you in the face and bring you closer to Anakin dealing more damage. So
Exactly.
That's true.
it just works.
It does seem like when Anakin deploys with 7 health, he's going to be tough to remove once he deploys.
Yeah.
So
Especially in this set, I feel like.
Yeah, there's no Rivals Fall.
Rivals Fall. There's no big damage cards really.
yeah,
like
actually, is there a lot?
There's not.
Now I
It
want to go over
doesn't
the
seem like
set
there's a
and
lot
feel
of
like,
removal in
are
this
there
set.
a lot of like good board control options? Because
that makes me want to pick Hello there because or Merciless Contest. I think this card is pretty.
What's Merciless Contest again?
interesting.
It's the one that each person defeats a unit,
Yeah,
but like if you play
double-sided.
it,
yeah.
if
Whatever.
you play it on turn 2 without having played anything turn 1, then it's like Power of the Dark Side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that card's pretty good too.
Okay. I mean, the
Droid
argument.
deployment is a really good one. I think I'm worried that in draft, if you end up not getting enough exploit cards, then droids are not powerful.
Yeah. To be fair, there are 0 exploit cards in this pack, so it's possible to not see.
Is
any,
is
at least here.
Dooku? Dooku's a rare leader, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if
I
someone
think
gets
so.
Dooku, that's like. I mean,
wait, is
no, he's
Watt?
common. He's common.
Yeah, he's common because
So-
Watt's the rare one.
So Dooku could
yeah, that's true.
if you see a lot of Dooku around you, you might not want to pass a droid deployment.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, Relentless Rocket Droid keeps you open.
Yeah, and it hits pretty hard. I feel like it's really easy to get troopers out in this
What's
set.
the text
Yeah,
on
there's
there?
a lot of troopers.
What's the text on there?
It's just a
it
3/5 for 4. While you control another trooper, it gets +2/+0. So it could be a 5/5 for 4.
Okay, yeah, that
Seems pretty good.
seems pretty good.
Maybe that's what I'd pick.
That
I know in my
Just
heart of
stay
hearts,
open.
I'm
Yeah, you pick
definitely
Jesse.
picking Jesse if I open this, and these are my leaders. But
I think
subjectively, Relentless Rocket Droid's probably a pretty good pick.
I still like this one, the 5/4
Sure,
saboteur
sure.
ship
Discarding
for
cards.
5. Yeah,
Not bad.
When, like you hit your opponent in the face and it disincentivizes them a little bit from killing it because of that discard. So, and you're playing 2 hero leaders. It doesn't really synergize with either of them in any particular way, but it's just decent. So, yeah.
now
Yeah.
I think I lean slightly toward Anakin, but I think there's a strong argument for Obi-Wan. Now that we're talking about board control options and that ability to heal a damage, like if most of
Could be big.
most of your board control is going to be fighting, then his little free heal every round is going to be a pain. And then if he comes out at 6 as a 4/7 Sentinel,
Yeah, that's
and
Yeah,
Probably pretty good.
coming out as a
and you
Sentinel's
can
pretty
heal
sick.
yourself
Yeah.
and deal damage to something. Like
yeah.
Obi-Wan might be
Yeah, he could be quite good.
kind of like Rey was in set 2, where like if
Yeah.
if Rey gets to deploy, like if you don't beat the Rey before she deploys or have an answer for Rey right away. But again, like you said, there's no rival's fall here,
Yeah.
so
Ray also has the healing to like help stabilize
true,
you,
true, true.
where
Yep.
Obi doesn't.
but Obi-Wan is stopping the damage from
But Obi
instead
has
of-
the Sentinel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I honestly I feel like there's not. I don't know. Maybe we're missing
not a
something
bomb.
here, but it doesn't seem like there's a clear pick. Yeah, doesn't seem like there's one where it's like, oh, this is the obvious. We're always taking this card. So
Yep.
I think
There's
I
no
think
crate
we've
dragon.
justified a handful of cards here, and can justify a direction depending on what we have and what we see out on the table. Because that's another big part of drafting this game is like you get a little bit of information about what your opponents might be playing like before it even starts. Where other games you gotta like make that read just intuitively. Like you at least see what's going on either side of you. So yeah. We'd go one of those directions based on what was going on or just what we were feeling that day.
Yeah.
So
Man, that just made me so excited to draft like set 3. It's been so long since I drafted. Now I'm like, all right, it's time to crack some packs this weekend. And
I'm excited.
granted, we'll be playing sealed. We'll all be playing sealed for the most part, but
yeah.
I'm hungry to draft.
I'm hungry too.
All right, well, I think that'll do it for today.
Yep,
Unless you guys wanted
Yep.
to sing to me.
No, we gabbed long enough.
good.
I am not singing.
I'm good.
Yeah, you don't want to hear me sing, especially with this voice right now.
No, I think the raspiness would bring out like some deep baritone
That, like,
vibes that would
soulful,
really,
like, yeah, for
you
sure,
know,
for sure.
feel good. All right, well, guys, good luck at all your pre-releases this weekend. Don't screw it up, and
Great advice.
have fun. So, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.